Taurus.
Hello Taurus, happy holidays. This is a wonderful month for you because there's so much taking place for you now that you will be seeing results of in the long term. We're talking what? We're talking Saturn, right? Saturn has been in the area of your 8th house for shared resources, monies that you've had with your partner, your significant other, or investments and so forth, where money has been either tight or held up or restricted somehow. You know, what you're going to be feeling now is the freedom of those shackles. So on the 19th of December, Saturn will be moving into your 9th house, which has to do with more freedom. Think about the 9th house being ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter, which just expands everything. It loves to travel, loves to be free. It loves to search for those higher concepts in life, spiritually, metaphysically, quantum physically too. So you might just feel that you're opening up your higher consciousness with an intent of Saturn's need to know and ground the insights that you come up with, right? And but also travel. You might find yourself wanting or needing to travel somewhat more in the next 2.5 years. And you know, 9th house is always what preludes to the 10th house of career. So whatever you're putting down in your foundation in the next 2.5 years, it's all about where you're going to be reaching at that time when Saturn enters into your 10th house, which is top of your chart. It's what you have been, at that point, had been working for 28, 29 years. So I'm feeling it's like that last little leg, right? Getting in there, getting your ducks in a row, doing the research that's needing. And so it's going to be interesting years for you, the next 2.5. And I also feel that there's so much knowledge that you're carrying. Your expertise is starting to really come to the forefront. You can expand this now while it's in the 9th house too. So Saturn being in the sign of Capricorn, it rules Capricorn. So it's comfortable here, it's extra strong. You're going to take on lead. Some of you might even have more so, shall I say, leadership positions coming into your life. Not saying necessarily right now in December, but from now on you will start seeing how you're growing towards taking that expertise and bringing it out to the world. The 9th house is education. Some of you might find yourself wanting to go to school to take that extra degree or to finalize your PhD. Some of you might find yourself now ready to go out and teach. So it's also teaching, not just learning. And if you do so, you will be very successful. In the 2.5 years that Saturn is going to help you on this level, you will see what that does when it hits home. 2.5 years from now, when it enters into your career, when Saturn will be top of your chart, then you will have completed that 28.5-year cycle, really reaching the highest point in your career ladder, right? So we got that going on. We have this new moon, which also this month is going to be very special. And why is that? The new moon is going to be on the 18th, and it will be conjuncting Saturn. And this is right before Saturn moves into your 9th house. In fact, that's the day after, on the 19th. So the new moon will infuse Saturn, bringing it in, embedding that energy as Saturn transits out of the 8th, which has to do with all your financial situations and focusing on the long-term goals that you are now heading out to do. I love that. Mercury is also there in that conjunction. But remember, Mercury's still retrograde there on the 18th with the new moon. Mercury will go direct there on the 22nd. So you can discuss and you can negotiate, you can do all of those things, get all your ducks in a row, but just refrain from signing if you don't have to. Wait with that for a little bit. Mercury retrograding in your 8th house has to do with looking over all your tax exemptions and all your receipts, your write-offs, you know, getting all that ready for 2018. So Mercury will help you in that instance to look back over it and see if you have captured everything and not forgotten important things that could be a benefit for you, tax-wise. Some of you might be looking into your retirement funds. Some of you may be getting some bonuses, or could be commissions too at this time. So royalties as well. So a big month, and we're going to talk a lot about what's going on in your financial sector here, not your income sector. That's the second house. However, though, we have the full moon showing up in your income sector. That's the stage and the area where you would be center stage. This will be on December 3rd. So 11 degrees in Gemini. On the 3rd, you will see how things will come together for you. Things that you have been working for previously may now be the full object. The 3rd is also the very same day that Mercury goes retrograde. So we can see there's a lot of coincidences taking place where we have all that synergy going on. So the most important days is the 3rd, and also there the 18th with that new moon, and also Mercury going direct again there on the 19th. Saturn also going into the new area of your 9th house on the 19th. So you can see there's a shift. Sometimes things happen slowly. Other times things just crescendo like that. And I'm certain that you're going to really come to feel what is going to take place. And for you, of course, anything financial will be big this month. And of course, it's holiday season, shopping and so forth. Money coming in, money going out, right? But we're starting off top of the month with Jupiter and Neptune doing the dance. I love when they are trined. It's a golden trine. Jupiter expands and Neptune envisions, okay? So you might have this huge dream coming in on the 2nd where you could see yourself in the far distance of obtaining a certain goal. Some of you might even be receiving a goal that you have been working for on this day. So I love the way that the month is opening up for you. There might be some misunderstandings too on this day, only because the Sun is square to this Neptune. But I don't really feel that the challenge is going to be too hard because of Jupiter here overriding it with its golden trine. On the 6th, though, we got Mercury and Saturn. They're conjunct. Now, retrograde is what Mercury is. So once again, try to avoid signing if you don't absolutely have to. Sometimes the show must go on. But when we're conscious of it, and if we have a possibility to kind of sidestep at least the timeline to the end of the month, then we're just that much safer. Again, this is your 8th house and financial situations. On the 6th, I feel you're talking up a great storm, though, because even though we have Mercury and Saturn in this conjunction, and Mercury being retrograde, you have support coming in, Taurus, from Mars. And Mars is making you super clear in your communication. You know what you want, you know what you're trying to hone in, so you just want to stay with it, right? And so I feel that as you transit through to the 10th, well, the 10th is Mercury and Uranus, where you can have a text message, a phone call, an email, or some kind of communication coming to you that's going to give you some feedback on what you just did those previous days. And I feel you're going to be very happy and surprised with whatever feedback's coming to you. On the 12th, there is more talks, more negotiation. It's a busy month. Not just running around doing errands, which Mercury can be very busy doing, right? All the to and fro. But you're behind it. You're radiating here, Taurus. The Sun, which is you, is now conjunct this Mercury. You might hear from somebody from the past that you haven't heard from for a long time. Or seeing somebody you haven't seen for a long time. All that is very, pleasant. It's jovial. Maybe surprising. Maybe this is a part of the surprise events that's taking place. We got a lot of Uranian energy taking place here over these couple of weeks. Uranus for you is transiting from your 12th house. So, Uranus has been dreaming, I would say, hoping, and kind of behind the veils, those inner thoughts that you have, the subconsciousness. So when Uranus is so beautifully aspected to your personal planets, it's pulling that out into the real physical world. And we have that taking place on the 10th. We have it again on the 16th. So between the 10th and the 16th, you might just see how you're going to be empowered by the things that you've been thinking, now thinking it into reality, the manifestation of, right? On the 15th, there's some sweet words here being shared romantically, Mercury and Venus. There might even be situations from the past, romantically so. Maybe unfinished business, or where you didn't have closure on a certain thing. Well, that's the good news about Mercury retrograde. It can bring those situations back around, but it's in a harmonious aspect. So I feel there's healing coming to you, Taurus. Something that you've needed to hear. Maybe it's you. Maybe you have a need to say something to somebody. And this will absolutely be giving you the opportunity to do so. So circle that around there at the 15th, give or take the day before, the day after, okay? And I think once this is done, it's up, it's out, it's really a heart feeling. Therefore, I'm saying that, you know, it could be a surprise coming to you there on the 16th, the way that this is going to play out for you. On the 20th, we have another surprising event coming from Uranus with Venus, which is love and romance. Wonderful day to just hang with the people that you love and celebrate. And there might be a lot of office parties going on, or just within circles of friends getting together, potluck for the holidays. It's such a time where you're just out there, and communication is great, and mingling with people you haven't seen, right? So we're just going straight into the holiday here. And for those of you who have Hanukkah, you've started a little earlier in the month. Here we're coming closer to the Christmas holidays. The 21st could be news of new beginnings. We do have the Sun and Saturn. They're conjunct. Now, the 21st, we still have Mercury retrograde, but it's the day prior to it going direct again. So you're right on the cusp of Mercury turning. However, though, the Sun is all set to kick into some action. Saturn now looking out for the long run for you, the things that you're working for. And I feel there's so much strength and power. I see you behind the steering wheel in the vehicle of your life. You know where you're heading, Taurus. You're feeling it. It's like some weight has been lifted off of you. You're seeing the future in a different way. And of course, when that happens on a conscious level, it filters through to a physical body level. So you might even feel shifts going on in your body. We're heading into Christmas Day, and I really love it though here, Taurus, because we got Venus, your ruler, is conjunct Saturn. Okay, so this is a time where you're really going to feel great about having your family, children, grandchildren, extended family around you celebrating on this day, where things just feel good. You know, they feel solid. It feels safe. There's harmony here. And so this is going to be carrying through in the following days. The effect of this Venus still lingering somewhat, but then Mars is going to catch up with Neptune on the 28th, Neptune being hopes and dreams and visions and spirituality, right? That creative source, which is our inner and higher self. Mars is really, I won't say coattailing, but it's creating this beautiful trine, empowering your vision for 2018. Neptune is psychic and very visual. So you're looking into 2018, Mars is behind it, and like I said, this grounded feeling that you're having from the Venus and Saturn, well, you're feeling good about entering into a new year, shutting the door on 2017, feeling that there could have been challenges this year, but it is what it is. You grew stronger because of it, but now you're freer, also maybe because of it. Whatever you released this year is now bringing this sense of the new you into 2018. So you know what? I'm so excited about your January forecast, because the way we end the month is the way you're opening up. for New Year. And so stay tuned. I will see you next month. Happy holidays, Taurus.